Welcome to Great Online Training series on pharmacovigilance interview questions and answers. My name is Ramya and I am working as pharmacovigilance trainer for Great Online Training. If you want to get live training by me, register at greatonlinetraining.com for more details. In our earlier videos, we have already learned about the expedited reporting and the criteria for the expedited reporting. So in that we have already discussed about few case scenarios of the validity assessment as well. So now we will start that we will prepare on the seriousness criteria for the adverse event. So assessing correct seriousness is critical in the case processing because it impacts regulatory reporting and product safety. So now we will see what are these seriousness criteria for the adverse event. So the criteria are same as per the different guidelines from the GVP and also from the ICH and the COMS and also from the FDA and all the regulatory authorities. So the definition of serious adverse event is same, which is any untoward medical occurrence that occurred at any dose which can result in the death of the patient if the patient died because of an adverse event and or maybe the life threatening. So if the patient is at substantial risk of dying at the time of adverse event, and also hospitalization requiring inpatient hospitalization or maybe the prolongation of existing hospitalization, like we need to report only the hospitalization stay for minimum 24 hours. Unlike other emergency room visits which does not result in admission will not be considered as hospitalization and requiring resulting in the persistent or significant disability or incapacity. So like if any disruption of a person's ability to conduct the normal life function, like any persistent or the permanent change or the impairment, damage or the disruption in the patient's body function or any structure or any physical activities or the quality of the life, so these all will come under the persistent or the significant disability. And also a congenital anomaly or the birth defect. So if these events are reported for the mother and baby reports, because if the mother has taken any medication while being on the pregnant and if the baby is exposed through the placenta or maybe via breastfeeding, then we have to report this information. And also other serious events which we call it as important medical events. So these events may jeopardize the patients and may require medical or surgical intervention to prevent one of the other outcome. That means if we don't treat these events, the patient might have one of these might be in one of these situation. Like for example, like allergic bronchospasm, which requires treatment in an emergency room, and also like serious blood crashes or maybe seizures that do not result in the hospitalization. So maybe they do not result in hospitalization, but those are the serious conditions. And also like the drug dependencies, drug abuse, also examples of important medical events. So these are the few examples where here we use our medical judgment to consider whether these events are serious or not. So this is the definition of serious adverse event. So if an interviewer asks you about the seriousness criteria for adverse event, so this should be your answer. Like if any event which resulting in the death or life threatening or requiring hospitalization or prolongation of existing hospitalization or resulting in the persistent or significant disability or incapacity or is a congenital anomaly or the birth defect or it is other serious which is important medical event, then we call that event as serious adverse event. Hope you like this video, and if you have any questions you can ask us from the comment section below and we will get back to you at earliest. Thank you for watching.